Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to have a live stream today or on Friday. It is Wednesday and it's about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's still snowing, although not as heavy, but we've gotten an extreme amount of snow and we're doing everything we can do just to keep up with the snow removal. I'm going to give you a quick glimpse of what it looks like here on the Alaska Prepper soon to be homestead, but just letting you know that I'll probably be ending up spending the entire day today doing snow removal, and probably tomorrow and Friday as well. The snowstorm is supposed to end tomorrow around 8 o'clock or so in the morning, but we're going to have continuous snow throughout the entire day, probably for about the next 24 hours or so. So just want to let you all know that I was going to put a community post, but I figure if I put up a quick video, it'd be easier for people to see it. Since the community post, not that many people get notifications for those. And let me go ahead and show you what things are looking like. That's behind me. Look at the snowbanks. Now, you can see that my airplane strip there, or my airline strip, those poles are about 4.5 feet tall. And you can see that they're only about maybe 8 inches to a foot from the top, but everything goes downward. So you can see this snow has accumulated here probably within the last week or so. And let me show you this real quick. This is the little ramp that goes to my house. Now, I just shoveled it here a couple of minutes ago, and I had shoveled it clear about 2 hours ago, and I just removed all that snow from here. Look at the snow on each side of my ramp here. And the problem is not really the snow, ladies and gentlemen. The problem is where to put all the snow. So listening to David Dubine from Adapt 2030, he once said that the snow removal is not really the problem. It's that if for some reason we have so much snow that the snow does not melt before the next winter season, that it's just going to continue to accumulate on itself. Now, that's one 5-foot pile that I have in front of another one. And I'm guessing that we're going to have another 5-foot pile, 6-foot pile right in front of that one. So normally what I do is when I know that we're going to have good amount of snow, I park my plow truck at the top of the driveway, facing down. That way, the first thing I do after I turn it on is I go ahead and do a swipe all the way down here, bringing all the snow down there, and that way I can clean my driveway first, and it'll give me somewhere to turn around safely when I'm working on the road. But here's a good picture again of how everything looks. It's incredible, really. Right now, the roof accumulated throughout this year is probably sitting at about 4.5, 5 feet of snow on the roof, which is okay. We kind of got lucky the other day that it got so warm that the snow was actually starting to melt. So we got a good amount of water, or if you want to call it snow or ice, off of the roof. But this is what it's looking like, ladies and gentlemen. It is not relenting. It's just continuing to snow. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, what do you expect? You moved to Alaska. Yeah, absolutely. But this is definitely the worst snowstorm that I've experienced since I've lived here. I mean, things are extremely dangerous on the roads. If you live in Fairbanks, Alaska, best thing to do is stay home as much as you can. Our power went out for about a day and a half a couple of days ago, and it just came back on yesterday morning, and then it went out again today for about 5 hours. As far as electricity goes, backup electricity, no problem whatsoever. I mean, that's covered. Anyone that watches me for any amount of time knows that that's covered, and we had no problems with that. Yesterday, we were lucky enough that I was able to go out into town and get a load of water, so we're full on water. The only thing that I'm missing that I didn't fill up on because we didn't have the time to do it is I used up 2 5-gallon cans of gasoline because I ended up turning on my house generator for about 14 hours. It ended up using about 7 gallons or so. So not too bad, about a half a gallon an hour to power my entire house with my house generator. But, and of course, I made sure that the tank was full after I'd used whatever I used. So I'm missing about 2 cans of gasoline, but I got plenty of gas put away. But let me go ahead and show you what it looks like as far as my water tank. You can see that water tank there, that the snow drift is almost to the top of the water tank, which is about 8 feet. And then you can see about 3 feet of snow on top of the water tank. Here is a better view of my backyard from my deck. I'm standing on my deck right now. Now there is the water tank. Now that water tank is about 8 feet high. And you can see there's probably a good 3.5 to 4 feet of snow on top of it. Now, as you can see, that's my fuel tent right there, ladies and gentlemen. And there's not much more room where to put the snow. So as you can see, I'm going to the left of it, putting snow there in front of the water tank. You can see there's about another 10 inches of snow on top of the roof. The roof of these little tents actually do a pretty good job. I mean, I've seen more than a foot of snow on top of it. So today, definitely I'm going to have to come over and get that snow off of it. Here's the tent where I keep my generator. And let me just go ahead and show you what this tent looks like from the backside. That's the backside of the tent. And you can see that the snow is almost all the way up to where it starts turning into a roof. There's the back. The good thing about the sidewalls of these tents is that they're straight. So the load of the snow on the sides, the weight is going down. So it's not putting weight on the sides. But this is what the back looks like. And I'm not sure if you can see that, but all we're doing right now is just trying to keep up with the paths. Trying to keep up with the paths to where we need to go, to the tents, to underneath the house, where we have our utilities. There's the bunker back there, if you can see it. The bunker is pretty much buried as well. I just have enough of a spot open on the deck so that I can get in and out of it. But I probably won't even be going in there anytime today. And let's see. Here is my deck right here. I shoveled the snow off my deck, off the back. And you can see that the snow is almost to the top of the deck. I kind of lucked out on my bunker. My bunker had about 2.5 feet of snow. But when it got warm, all that snow fell right off. So the bunker is good. I ended up taking care of my tent yesterday. As far as the snow removal in the back, the only thing that we can do is to just shovel paths. So there's absolutely no way that we can get rid of all of that snow. All we can do is shovel paths. So like I shoveled a path to my bunker. I shoveled a path to the trailer, to the tent. I shoveled a path to the back of the house where I can get underneath for my water and utilities, in addition to a path to the fuel tent and the generator tent. So right now we are just in maintenance mode, trying to keep up with the snow and be able to keep up with mobility within, our property, and of course within our road. As far as the roads out in town, yesterday they were not good at all. And I could only imagine that right now they are terrible. So again, I wouldn't travel throughout Fairbanks right now unless it was an emergency. So I hope that you are all prepped out there, especially those of you that live in this area, all right, in the Fairbanks, North Star Borough area. I see that power is going out again in a lot of places. Here a couple of days ago when we had the major power outage, I think it was about 11,000 households or so that lost power. And the company here, the electric company, is a great company. They did a great job. I was surprised that we were able to regain our power back, our electricity back, only about a day and a half after it went out, because that's how bad it was. But I know some of you are going to be like, you're standing out here in your t-shirt. It's only about 26 degrees outside, ladies and gentlemen. The hat is all I need. So it's only about 26 degrees outside. But I just wanted to give you an update, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is pretty crazy, but we'll make it through it. We'll make it through it. Every year or so, we have 1 or 2 pretty good-sized storms. It just seems that this storm has lasted a lot longer than all of the ones that I've experienced in the past. All right, so having said that, again, I'm not going to have a live stream today. I won't have a live stream on Friday. All right, hopefully I'll be able to have a live stream this Sunday, depending on how everything goes. And again, be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. You never know what's going to happen. And this is one of those things. I wasn't really expecting to have a storm of this magnitude, this year. But I believe it's a La Nina year. And during La Nina years, I think it's supposed to be wetter. So I guess there you go. Live and learn, right? But again, to those of you that think that you shouldn't have preps to make sure that you can make it through at least a week or two of being able to get yourselves and your families those things that you need. We don't have to worry about food. We don't have to worry about electricity or anything. If the electricity goes out, we're good. We have plenty of water. Okay, we have plenty of food. Obviously, we don't have to go anywhere at all unless it's an emergency. All right, we don't have to go anywhere. So just make sure that you are at least at the very minimum prepped for a couple of weeks. And I'm talking to those of you that maybe just ran across this video. It is important because you never know what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you never know what's going to happen. I have to say that this is probably the most challenging winter that I've been through so far. This is definitely the most challenging winter that I've been through so far, just because of this storm and the amount of snow that it is generating. Having said that, have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe. I miss you all, but we'll hopefully see you on Sunday. I'm going to try to put up a video tomorrow. I have a few videos that I want to put up. I got a whole bunch of late Christmas gifts from you all, my community members, that I picked up yesterday at the post office. I was hoping to go to the post office again today, because some people email me saying that there's stuff they're waiting that just got in there, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm going to try to put up a video before the end of the week or maybe Saturday of me showing you all everything that you sent, because let me tell you what, I'm going to have to do that video inside of my house and not the bunker because there's so much stuff. All right, so thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm truly humbled and I truly do appreciate every one of you. God bless you all.